Wait for a couple of people to jump on. Hey James, how you going? So just say hello. If you're on. Hey Jen, how are you? Doesn't show everyone's name, so just say hello and where you are in the world, and then I'll get started in a moment. Hey Zoe, how you going? Okay, I'm going to get started. So, actually, I'll turn this around. Got some music going on here. And I'm going to stop that now that I'm starting talking. But the reason I had that on, well, I was just listening to it anyway, before. But today's topic, hey Louise, how you going? Today's topic is about motivation. Hey Lisa. Oh, awesome Zoe. And you know, I don't normally say when I'm going to do it, but I thought that I would try and do that a bit in advance. So yeah, a lot of people got excited about it, which is cool. Hey Melissa, how are you? So I started off before playing music because I was playing music anyway, but it ties into the topic for today. A lot of people feel like they need motivation from music. Hey Sue, how you going? People feel like they need motivation from music, or they need a coach to kind of like yell at them and give them, or someone to say positive affirmations, or they need to watch a video or something like that that pumps them up. And you know, that motivation is just short-lived, okay? So I'm going to talk to you guys today, and I'm up on the top deck today, so I'll show you guys the view. Isn't this beautiful? This is down. I'm going to go for a walk through there tomorrow. That's the view, and then this is my area here. There's a sad looking plant that's broken over there. So, there we go. So, I'm going to sit down. So basically with motivation, I actually did an e-course years ago when I used to have my fitness business, and the e-course was called Why Motivation is Bullshit. Okay, and I still believe that very much today. Motivation comes and goes. Okay, so if you're trying to pump yourself up every day with motivational music or a podcast or someone else telling you, someone else motivating you, this is external motivation, yeah? And yes, it can get you off your ass, and hey Moira, it can get you off your ass and to start taking action and doing something, but it's not going to help you on a regular basis to reach your goals, okay? So yes, it can be used from time to time, but you need to have a deeper reason and something deeper than that that's going to help you move forwards. So this comes back to a couple of things. And the reason I'm talking about this topic now, I know that it's important for a lot of people, but I'm a very highly motivated person most of the time. Now, hey Peter, how are you? I'm a very highly motivated person most of the time, but it's not the way, okay? When in 2014, for example, I wasted most of that year in a shitty mindset, procrastinating, scrolling through Facebook most days, and just holding myself back from living the life that I wanted to live. You know, you can't blame it on anyone or anything else outside of you. I take 100% responsibility for that myself. And that's just where I was at that stage in my life. Now, I just couldn't snap out of it. But since then, most of the time I've been very highly motivated. And so when I got sick recently, and I'm still lingering a little bit, but when I got sick recently and I was in bed, just flat on my back, just struggling, like literally sleeping and watching Netflix. I couldn't do much else. I couldn't even hardly eat. And so being in my bed all the time and just being inside the house and not being able to serve my clients and do the normal things that I normally do, even going for a walk or having the energy to do anything in life, it put me in a really like a state of low motivation and a bad headspace. And there was one day where I started feeling a little bit better, and we live in a gated complex, so we have to go and take the bins down the bottom of the street. And so one day I went with my partner and my little boy, and we walked down the road to take the bins out, and we were literally out of the house for like 5-10 minutes tops. But that just totally changed my headspace. Yeah, just getting out of that bed, getting out of the house that I'd been stuck in, and just going down the road and being out in the sunshine completely changed my headspace. So, you know, if you are sick, if you're injured, if you've got a lot of personal stuff going on, or you've got things going on in your life where you're taking a bit of time out from your business, that's totally okay. Don't beat yourself up or feel guilty that you can't do what you want to do right now. Whether it's training, whether it's business stuff, whatever it is in your life, you've got to take that time to get better, or take that time to deal with what's going on in your life right then. Okay? If I had gone last week and said, no, but I need to keep these clients' appointments booked in and not rescheduled anyone, or I need to do all the work, I would still be sick right now. And yes, I still have a bit of a lingering cough and I'm not 100% there, but I'm so much better because I literally laid in bed for a week. Yeah, I had to get better. And you're not going to be there for anyone else or be the best version of yourself if you're constantly putting everyone and everything else first and not focusing on yourself. So take that time. You might have a bit of low motivation whilst you're sick or whilst you're not doing the things that you normally do, and that's totally fine. It's not going to go away forever. And so, thanks, Melissa. And so once I started to get better, this week I've gotten back into the swing of things. Now, I haven't gone for a walk. I haven't done any weights. I haven't added in a heap of marketing and Facebook ads and all these other things. I've kept it really basic. The main thing I've been doing this week is phone calls, sales calls and coaching calls, and these live streams. Yeah. So I've had 23 phone calls, including the ones that I'm yet to do today, this week. And then I have the whole weekend off. And then next week goes back to normal, where I only have about 10 or so calls. And then I can start getting back into the marketing and more content and Facebook ads and things like that. Okay, so take that time out. Don't worry about feeling unmotivated for short periods of time. Now then, when you're starting to get back into the swing of things, you can use some motivational videos or pump yourself up with some music and things like that to get back into it. You can get outside of your normal environment. You know, I'm much more like sitting up here on the deck. I'm much more motivated and in a better headspace than if I was sitting in my bedroom with the blinds down. Yeah? So it's really important what you fill your life with and the environment that you're in, the physical environment, and also the people that you spend your time with as well. Now, moving on from that, the deeper reason is you've got to have a higher purpose and a bigger vision, okay? Motivation isn't just, I've got to make a sale today, or I've got to tick these things off my to-do list. That's boring, yeah? So you've got to think about, and I've been talking about this a lot lately, you've got to think about what that bigger vision is. What is your higher purpose? And that is going to push you on. And this ties back to the difference that you want to make in people's lives, how you want to transform people's lives. It also ties back to the bigger picture vision, like in 10 years down the track or even further. It ties back to the legacy that you want to leave in your community or with your family and things like that. But it also comes back to you. It comes back to your values and making sure that you're living by your values on a regular basis. So, you know, something that helped me move forwards a couple of years ago was I realized that my highest value at the time was fulfillment. And I know that moving forwards and reaching goals and helping people and just kicking ass in life makes me feel fulfilled. And if I'm binge watching Netflix or scrolling through Facebook or just wasting time, then I don't feel fulfilled. Yeah? So you got to do the things on a daily and weekly and monthly basis that make you feel fulfilled and that tie into your other values as well. And like I said, think about that bigger picture. If you look ahead to 12 months' time, 5 years' time, 10 years' time, how do you want to spend your days, your weeks, your months, your years? Part of it is work, obviously. Part of it is reaching out and helping people and making a difference in the world. But then the other parts as well is maybe laying out in the sun or going for a walk or being around nature or meditating and journaling or spending time with your family or traveling or going to concerts. You get to decide what your life looks like. You have 100% control over how you design your life. No one else, okay? And so you decide what you do every day, week, month, and throughout the year. And if you look back in a year's time and think, fuck, I wasted this year scrolling through Facebook, thinking about how much time you wasted doing that, thinking about all the things that you wanted to do that you didn't do because you were too scared and you put it off. You know, our lives are only so long. We don't know how many years we have, and yeah, it's a bit cliche, but we really don't. And so because I wasted time a few years ago, now I just have this drive within me that I want to make the most of every day. And making the most of every day doesn't mean you've got to work 15 hours a day. It means spending that day with doing the things that fill you up and make you feel good and that are going to help you take those steps forwards to be able to live the life that you want. Now, you can get quick wins. Some things you'll be able to just get right now, yeah? Other things will take weeks and months or even years to build up. But you'll look back after putting in that work and focusing not only on your business growth, but your personal growth as well. And you'll look back and go, wow, my life and my lifestyle's completely changed. Yeah? So you've got to put in that consistent work. You've got to think about that bigger picture. And you've got to not just rely on these external motivators, but think about what that bigger picture is to not only get you on track, but keep you on track long term. That is how you have consistent motivation, not just 5-minute motivation. Yeah? So does anyone have any questions on any of that or anything else? Just going to grab a drink of water. Who can relate to that? So you know now with me, let's post any comments or questions, guys. Don't be shy. So now with me, I am super motivated again, okay? But I know that if I just rush back into everything, then this sickness is going to linger for a long time, yeah? So I'm focusing so much on that bigger picture, but also being smart with my time as well. I know that I'm in it for the long run. I know that I don't have to do everything today or this week, okay? So, you know, my bigger picture is owning multiple properties around the world. It's starting a charity for women who have been in domestic violence situations and helping them start their own business and build their self-worth and their self-esteem. I've got a lot of travel coming up. I've got, what else? Like, I want to be on stage speaking to thousands of people. I want to be a household name. I want a lot of people to know my name, and I want to be able to transform thousands, tens of thousands of people's lives. Okay, so breaking that back down to the basics, it's like, okay, I just got to post every day and live stream every day. And then from there, my assistant and I are working on the bigger picture things. We're working on branding, which I've started to change recently. We're redoing the website. We're focusing on getting in the media and getting speaking gigs and doing filming and photography. We're focusing on getting my clients massive transformations and amazing results. So there's big picture stuff that's going on and writing a book and doing all these things, but they're going to happen over time, and I'm willing to do that work every day. Yeah. Excuse me. So Lisa said, you helped me so much with that call. I feel in control of my goals and motivation now, not scared. Awesome. Lisa is one of my clients and just had a call this morning. Hey Zolt, how are you going? Sue said, I'm motivated most days. Today I can't think of one post to put on Facebook. Okay, so that's completely normal, Sue, because you've just come back from 9 weeks of holidays. And I know you've still been doing a little bit of work whilst you're away, but you're getting back into routine, okay? So just take it easy on yourself. Don't pressure yourself to get a post up today, but just know over the next few days that you'll sort the house out, you'll get some groceries in the house, you'll take the next week to get back into your routine so that things become easy for you. And then with your posting, we'll go through this more in Six Figure, obviously. But with your posting, it comes back to who is your target market, what's the outcome that they want, and what are the struggles that they're facing in getting to that outcome. And we'll talk more about that in week 2 of Six Figure System soon. Zoe said, me, definitely. I think I overload myself with everything. I'm a list person, so I guess, like you said, it makes me a little bored, plus I get anxious when it comes to sales calls. Slowly I'm getting better and getting more clients. I just need to keep looking at the big picture, not the list of things I need to do. Exactly. Because the to-do list is boring. Yeah? It really is. It's detailed focused, and it's focusing on the small things that, yeah, they got to get done, but it doesn't excite you. Yeah? So you can turn that around. That's a really good comment, Zoe. And you can turn that around and think about, okay, well, this sales call that you have to do, or reaching out and putting out a post, or connecting with someone on Facebook, for example. Like, what is the outcome that you want to get from that? Yeah, so if you're getting on a sales call, it's not thinking about, okay, to-do list, I have to make a sales call today. It's thinking about, this person needs my help. How can I reach out and help them today? How can I give this person massive value and just really transform their lives and really help them today? Yeah? And think about all the things on your to-do list like that. Think about it as, how is this going to take me one step closer to my goals? And if you don't do it, or you spend time procrastinating and focusing on the things that aren't going to move you forwards, then you're not going to be able to get to that bigger picture. So if you're thinking about, okay, I've got to make sales calls, I've got to put up a post, all these kind of little things, that is going to lead you to the bigger picture. It's going to lead you to making X amount of dollars per month. It's going to lead you to being able to invest in yourself and work on your mindset and work on your business more. It's going to lead to you, and this isn't for you specifically, Zoe, but for anyone, to pay off debt, or to transform more people's lives, or to, hey Tom, how you going? Or get that speaking gig that you want. Yeah, you know, all these things are going to lead to that bigger picture. Does that help you change that around a bit, Zoe? Yeah, cool. Awesome. So, and if you struggle in your home environment as well, guys, like, get out of your environment. If you're trying to work from your bed, someone said to me once, bed is for sex and sleep. Yeah, so don't try and be working in your bed. And I still do it sometimes. I still work from my bed, but I'm so much more motivated if I'm sitting up here on the deck or sitting in that room over there. Or I used to have a co-working space when I didn't live in a beautiful house, and I would get out of my house and go work in the co-working space or go work in a cafe. If you live near the beach, go and sit on the beach. And Justine, hey Justine, how you going? So Justine just jumped on. She lives near the beach. So you go and take your notebook or your laptop down to the beach or down to a cafe, yeah? It's about getting out of that environment so that you can have a good headspace to be able to do the work, yeah? So just as a bit of a wrap up, but if if anyone's jumped on partway through, make sure you go back and watch the start of this. If you have any comments or questions, pop them here, or feel free to send me a personal message anytime as well. And if you're not already in my free group, I have my free group, the Community of Kick-Ass Action Takers. You can join me there. I also have 5 spots available for a free strategy call next week as well. So I'll find the Calendly link after this and I'll pop it here. So that's where you can talk about your goals with me, and we can set some action steps together for free to help you move forwards. So just as a bit of a wrap up, but make sure you watch the start of this as well. Basically, it's not about having this external motivation of someone pumping you up via a podcast or a live stream or a video or positive affirmations or anything like that. Yes, that stuff works, but it only works for a limited period of time. It'll get you off your ass and it'll get you starting to do something, but then you're going to need it again and again and again to get the work done. What you want to do for long-term success is thinking about that bigger picture, thinking about your purpose and those little things that you have to do, realizing how they're going to help you reach that bigger goal. So does anyone have any other questions or comments before I go? And if you have anything that you want, any questions or topics you want me to cover next week, I'm going to be doing live streams every day, Monday to Friday. So if you have any topics you want me to cover, just let me know and I'll do them over the coming weeks. Next week I'm going to talk about patience and thinking about the long game, and how that will actually help you get better results. So if no one has any questions, I'm going to hop off now. Hope you all have an amazing afternoon and amazing weekend, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.